Alright, back again with another video. I decided to film some records that I picked up. It's very rare that I do so, but I was able to do some media thrifting or hunting, whatever you want to call it. I want to call it crate digging because there's no such thing as crate digging where I live. It's one of the things that I miss the most about the old record shops that used to be here. You could go through like dollar bin type stuff, or you could go through any kind of price range you wanted to. But the Goodwill bin store, no pun intended, I actually found this blue bin for $2 and it fits vinyl records perfectly. And the reason I was able to know that is because I was able to test with this Van Halen inner sleeve that I found in the bins. And there was a record cover, but it was really beat up, but this was not. So I thought that was really awesome. In case I ever come across that Van Halen, I will be able to use that. And then I picked up, these are just to put in here for now. These are the get rid of records here, whether they're throwaway, whether they're give away to somebody or trade or sell. The 45s in here are the ones I pick up, but we'll get to the CDs first. And I picked these up for 25 cents a piece at a different thrift store. And I picked up Ravi Shankar, West Meets East. So I think that was a kind of a good collection. Again, 25 cents. And my friend said there has been nothing good there. But if you look through every single one of them, you will come across a couple bucks worth of it. And there's the very best of Sheryl Crow. So that's a good one to pick up there. I found a James CD. If you remember the 90s, James was popular. One of my favorite songs of James is Sit Down. There's two different versions of Sit Down. That's not on this one here. The main song on here is something like track 11 or 12, so it's at the end of the CD, which is kind of interesting there, but that's all in very good mint condition. I found the soundtrack to Benny and June, so soundtrack collectors might really enjoy that one. Sorry for the glare of the light there in my face. There's nothing I can do about it this time of day. Well, there is, but I just don't know how to deal with it. And I found the soundtrack to Sleepless in Seattle, so that's kind of fun. Again, soundtrack, what do I do with these? Well, if I decide not to keep them, I sell them between $2 and $3 a piece, and we'll see how that goes. Now let's look at the vinyl records here. I will move these out of the way here. This Yellow Submarine was a mistake. I actually paid $1 for it at a different thrift store closer to me, Richard Wolf Children's or Chorus. It's in very, very bad condition. It's not cleanable, it's not playable, it's not enjoyable, and it's only got one Beatles song. Wichita Lineman is not a Beatles song, so that's absolutely terrible. But I did pick up one LP, The Guitar Sounds of Buddy Merrill, on Crescendo, so I figured that would be a good one. That's from the Union Gospel, where they have them all basically shelved like a record collection, but you just can't get to them, and nobody will even bother looking. They have been there for decades. I say decades, but a long time. But somebody's written promo, and it says for broadcast, not for resale. Very cool on that one there, so I'll give that a spin. But that sold me on that. Promotional records really sell me on that. And most of the rest of these, not all of them, but a good fraction of them are promotionals I found at the Goodwill bin store. They were owned by Sue Savage, whoever that was. So whether she got that, or I don't think she would have been a DJ back in the day. But yeah, But Suzanne Savage there. So if she was anybody, that was her records there. And one of them was this really minty, just a little dusty here, Original Sound Drums A Go-Go by the Hollywood Persuaders. There's a Discogs copy of this for about $8 there. So I figured I'd grab that one. Again, I did not know this and stuff until I bought it. These cost $1.29. The vinyl records at the other store were essentially $1, but nobody wants those. So there's my Sprite tea. Then I got a Swan, Billy G. Lilly, Billy Ford, and the Thunderbirds. Several of my friends that do collect records were in there, and they knew of most of, not all these bands. They said, oh yeah, that's common, or I have that, or I've been there, done that. But I've not been there, done that, or found any of this stuff. This Swan is in average condition, but it looks like it'll play fine. Hopefully. On the other side here, very quickly, is the Monster. So Billy Ford and the Thunderbirds. There's that one. And the last one I picked up here, actually the last two, this is produced by Smokey. What I Love You, The Miracles, and I guess the side that you're supposed to play is What Love Is Made Of. So there's Smokey Robinson and The Miracles. And then we have, and the sleeves don't match, we have on King, Prisoner of Love. That's probably the James Brown one. James Brown and the Fabulous Flames, I think is what that is. You're supposed to play that side. And then This is Choo Choo on the other side there. So very, very quick little media haul there. CDs, records, and now I have a bin that I can take and use for my get-rid-ofs, my keeps, my trades, my sells, and take this to the swap meet and then just give this off to friends. Keep the bin, of course, and maybe sell stuff out of here. Hope everybody got something out of that. Just a little bit of everything, and thank you for watching.